So there we are. This is the casting for the game between Wormhole Surfer and Inermis, some of the top scoring players in the European round. Fortunately, this time I'm doing it without any help. I couldn't find any co-caster in time, so I'm going to see if hopefully somebody joins in at the last minute. So it seems we're playing Wayland versus Criminal. Wormhole Surfer is... I don't know actually who is who. Let me just tell him to reveal the hands. Inermis is the runner. And Wormhole Surfer is the corporation. Okay, some interesting cards in the deck. Ash is not something I see often in most decks, even on NBN. And let's hope we have some interesting game this time. I know these must be strong players, so we're going to see some interesting plays as this game goes on. Wormhole Surfer starts very strongly with some money. It's a scary proposition, but I guess he's hoping they won't hit his priority requisitions in his hand. But of course, Inermis has the Maker's Eye in his hand, so it's going to be a good start for him as well. Both players start very aggressively, and Wormhole Surfer realizes that he has to pay for going straight for the agendas. On the other hand, Wormhole Surfer wasn't able to pay any of his eyes, so that was the only thing he could do, and he pays it by losing his melange. On the other hand, he didn't lose any agendas, so I guess that's always good. He has some interesting economy going on, some money first, and already he got the money from the hostile takeover. Unfortunately, Inermis is going to make quite a lot of money, and straight to the agenda, ouch. That's going to hurt Wormhole Surfer, who is seeing his agendas go down the drain. Inermis is going to continue hitting that headquarters. Oh, and the ass, the two things he didn't want to hit. Poor Wormhole Surfer is off to a very bad start, it seems. And he realized it himself. At least he doesn't have anything else to lose. Okay, so let's see how Wormhole Surfer plays it. He can definitely suspend, protect his HQ and R&D from now. Of course, he doesn't need to protect R&D for the next 2 turns, so he's free to instead make some money. Let's see how he plays it. He can easily make 5 more credits, so he's going to have a decent 15 credits at some point. Let's see if we have a co-caster available. Okay. He didn't opt to use his hedge fund. Probably he's having it in case he gets account siphoned. It's an interesting play there, leaving his headquarters open like that. That's going to just leave Santiago. Something weird happened. I'm not sure why. He told that he got one reduced by one. That may have been a bug. He started with 4 and he's now at 7. Yeah, that's interesting. I've never noticed this before. Somehow, bad publicity. I don't know. This is a weird. This is a weird combination here that's going on. I'll debug this later. Let's check. So last turn he started with he started with 5, did a run, that's 4, did another run, that's 6, did another run on HQ, trust us for 3, they should have 3. Or did I calculate it wrong? Ah yeah, he had a bad publicity. So he started at 5. So he had it at 5, got 2, so he got at 7, minus 2, got at 5. got a bit confusing. So he started at 5. He trusts me lands for free, so he's still at 5. Goes to his quarter, gets 2. Trusts us for 2, should be still at 5. Okay, I guess that's fine then. I have to make sure that I have the impression that somehow the bad publicity that it gives an extra, takes an extra from Gabriel's ability somehow, which is weird. I was at 5, yeah. Should be at 3, correct. He should have started at 3. Forgot the 2 from Maker's Eye. I think I have any idea why this happens, but shouldn't. Anyway, so Gabriel is going to call the bluff. Haven't seen what this eye shows, it's the Enigma. The hedge fund remains in hand, interesting. Probably playing the ace is more important. Let's see if he's going to special order that Gordian, I guess. Not sure what he has. Just taking credits, going for his magnum opus. Oh, poor wormhole surfer. Just getting the big ass eyes in. But I guess he won't try to play them because it's all he needs to get an FAO. That's probably going to get fort activated. A very slow game from wormhole server. Slowly taking the money in just to make sure he can sustain his economy later on. Fortunately, now he's going to have to speed up his game because Gabriel is definitely going to outpace him. Ooh, nice. He can get his ass back. I wonder what else he's lost. Melange, that's what he's going to get back. But one of these eyes, I think, is going to be destroyed. We'll have to see. I suspect the wormhole server, Inermis, is going to jump one. Ooh, two of these. Let's see how he's going to play it. I think it's safe to bet that wormhole server is going to raise that. Probably doesn't want to lose his most important dice. There we go. But he's probably going to lose the Hadrians. Doesn't care, he has another one. Let's see if he's going to go for that melange or he's going to get the money back. Oh, that's nice. That Kadosh is definitely going to help against inside jobs without having to raise a very expensive Hadrians. Let's see if he's going to go for the melange now. A very good play probably would be hedge fund, archive memories, melange. Then you have money for the Hadrians and you have the melange in play. Nope, he's going to go for a different bet. Maybe he's going to try and bluff that under his server. Make a wormhole server jump, play the inside jump. Go for the money. Seems that this matchup, Criminal versus Wayland, is very common in this tournament. Almost half the players seem to be playing Wayland Criminal combination. And Wayland does lead in the statistics. Yep, I think he's going to bluff him. Let's see if Inermis is going to take the bait. He has that inside jab running. I think he's probably going to do it. There's no reason not to for him. And another force activation order, so that's nasty. Let's see if he's going to try and get that ice in front. Is he going to do it? Thinking about it. If he actually did that in his previous run, he probably would have been able to force activate, but maybe he was expecting that Enigma. Let's see if Wormhole Server is going to stop him. And he is. Nice play from Inermis there. I don't know how people suspect where there is an Enigma. They always seem to guess where my Enigmas are and run on the last click. Let's see how Chef is going to play this. Oh, a Hunter. That's going to be brilliant to prevent against inside jabs. Wonder if he's going to go for it. I think it's the best bet to protect that melange. And later on he can trust it for money. Problem is the more he waits, the easier it will be for Inermis to break into that server. because he will be able to immediately just force activate the first Hadrian's Wall, then look for his what he needs. Okay, interesting play there. Wonder what else he's going to play. Hadrian's. Okay. That's interesting. Didn't expect that. That Enigma could have protected him for a bit more. Maybe he does want a surprise run. And a tracer in front of his HQ. Okay. Interesting. A tracer in front of HQ is very annoying because you always gamble when you go into HQ. So the worst thing you want to do is get tags without knowing you're going to hit an agenda. There we go, here comes the forge activation orders. I would probably have raised this. Let's see if he's going to. Otherwise his R&D is wide open. And that's going to be his second Hadrian's if he doesn't. So there we go. That's a well protected R&D. And he even has the money to raise his hunter. Just a perfectly calculated, didn't even lose one ice. And he can either sell the hunter to get some money out if he really needs them in a ditch. Ooh, another. I'm suspecting he's just going to take 3 credits. Let's see how he plays it. These archive members are really useful. Lots of thinking in this game. Let's see if we have any replies. Nope, nothing. And as I suspected, he goes for the money. At least he doesn't have to fear any more force activation orders. Problem is, he can't protect his new remote. What he can do is play the Caduceus and put it in front of his toll booth. This way he'll be able to avoid an inside jab, which is what I'm suspecting he's going to try. Oh, here comes the first agenda. So now if he takes 2 credits, he can play that Caduceus and be able to raise it. And the next turn maybe he can get that Melange. On the other hand, he could play the Melange now and force Gabriel to use his inside jab. And then next turn play it again. We'll have to see how you're going to play it. I would probably go straight for the Caduceus money. Be able to make that run a bit more costly. So if he inside jab the Caduceus, then he hits the toll booth. So even if he has if he gets something with a special order to break the toll booth, it will still cost him. And he's going to eat his hunter. He's going for the money instead. Let's see if he's going to play that Caduceus now. It's an interesting play. I haven't seen anybody using his security subcontract so aggressively before. I'm curious to see how it works. I'm guessing he has a lot of eyes and he's keeping the runner guessing what his eyes are every time, so that they never know what they have to hit. On the other hand, it also means that you don't have direct protection when you need it, because you have less eyes than protecting everything. So you have to see how he's planning to do it. Quite a lot of thinking required in this case. How are you going to play it? And the Caduceus, let's go into remote, or no, go into HQ. Inermis is just gathering money without end. It's going to be tough to beat that, and now he can even start running that Hadrian's. There we go. Still going to cost him a decent 9 credits. Ah, he even has a minus, so that works too. Is it 5, 6? Ah yeah, he only needs 6 boost. So it costs him 7 in total. Let's see if he manages to snag another agenda. Ouch. Let's see if he wins the game. No. Very close though. Whalen must be sweating bullets at this point. He's really close to losing with 0 points, which is never good. Let's see if he can manage to play that agenda and score it. The more he waits, the more money Gabriel can make from the Magnum Opus, so he really needs to seize every opportunity he has. I'm suspecting maybe he will trust Enigma, then play his Project Atlas. I'm not very happy that he played the Caduceus. The Caduceus could have prevented him, could have used him from, would have enabled him to use the Tollbooth from an inside jab, whereas now he has to use the Hadrian's for an inside jab. Or maybe he'll go for the Melange. And let's see how he does. Protection. Goes for a very slow play, it seems. Problem is that Gabriel can easily burst through R&D headquarters now if he draws his entry breaker or his code gate breaker. So we'll have to see how it goes. And there we go, he's back to 9 credits. Not something you want to draw. There we go. I think he's going to get his melans back. Let's see if I'm right. He didn't have to show it, but I guess it doesn't matter because it was distrust face up. And maybe he'll play the other security subcontract now and try to bait him. That would be a smart play. Let's see if I can suspect correctly what he's going to do. There we go, and nope, he goes for the balance. Maybe he imagines that he can just use the second one to do it. Or maybe he just wants him to waste his inside jab on the melans. Still, if he could raise that head range, it would have been much better because he would have been forced to face the toll booth at least. So let's see how it goes. Inside jab. Is he going to raise the toll booth? At this moment, I think it's such a difficult situation that it may not be worth raising it. But on the other hand, he can raise it and use the melans next turn, so yeah, it's worth it. Oh, he has another inside jab. Nah, nasty. So he's going to trust that melans. But he can bring it back, so that's not a big deal. At least he knows he only has one inside jab left, so he can bring back the melans immediately next turn. And that's going to be tough for criminal to break in without inside jabs anymore. He can still get the money and break in with just breaking the toll booth. So let's see how Wormhole Surfer is going to pay it. True, it didn't. He was at 5, wasn't he? Yeah, there's something going on with the bad publicity. Ooh, doesn't even have to use his archive memories, nice. And he can even trick Gabriel to think that may be an agenda. So let's see, I'm pretty sure he's going to play that and take the credits. it's time for the melange. Fortunately, that not enough money to use the Hadrians. Ooh. Femme Fatale is going to get on that toll booth. Or maybe that Hadrian's on R&D. Let's see how he's going to play it. There's so many good targets for the Femme at the moment. Fortunately, it's not looking good at all for poor old Wolholm Surfer. Criminal is all up in his business. He doesn't even have money to raise that Hadrian to stop his losing his melange one turn. Nope, he's going to go for the Code Gate Breaker. Let's see what he's going for. Yep, Yogg. Interesting choice. Not sure what Yogg is going to do. Maybe he's planning to get through for the Enigma. But then again, he only has 1 in 4 chance to hit that, that agenda. Ah, there we go. And he's going to trust that. Oh, he doesn't have the money to do it. Ah, he has the bad publicity though, and the Desperado. Has just enough money to actually trust it. Has just enough money to break it. 1 from the bad publicity, 1 from Desperado. Fortunately, poor Wolholm Surfer cannot raise that Hadrian's, would have been really nice. Maybe he's trying to trick him. But I think that's a bad bluff. I think that Gabriel knows that if he could actually raise an archer that he would have. There's no point not to. There we go. Just perfect economy. Just enough to trust that melange. And now he has a full shoot. And he has 2 agendas in hand. Ouch, it's not looking good at all. Yep, if that was Arthur, it would have been almost game over. Let's see how he's going to play it now. What I would do in his place is Beanstalks, security subcontract, and trust that Enigma. Or maybe Beanstalks, security subcontract, or maybe security subcontract and trust Enigma and trust Tollbooth. Then you quickly get 8 credits. And next turn you can bring the melange in. Let's see if he has the same idea I do. Fortunately, his hand is very, very vulnerable at the moment. So, but he doesn't have a lot of choice either. It would be a really bad idea if he actually brought the melange in this turn, because Inermis can just get in and trust it without even spending 1 credit. There we go. And he's going to trust Tollbooth and Enigma. There we see the actual use of that security subcontract. Quickly brings you up to some interesting money totals. Fortunately, his hand is still very vulnerable, and he only has a Hadrian's Wall that Inermis can easily break. Unless he draws some very good dice very soon. Ooh, yes, that's exactly what he needs. So maybe if he can play that and then bring that Project Atlas and use it, he has just enough money. I think he has enough money so that Inermis cannot break through the next turn. He'll be able to score at least those points. Of course, if Inermis pulls another inside jab, his last one, then it's probably going to go down. But no, guts no glory. I think that's the best idea. Play the archer, play the Project Atlas, and maybe even advance it once. I'm fairly certain then Gabriel might try to run his HQ. We'll have to see how he plays it. Come on, you know it's the best choice. Archer, Atlas, advance. And next turn, advance, Atlas. You know that Gabriel is definitely going to run at least once, and he's going to have to waste all his money to avoid getting decimated by Archer. And so you'll have more than enough time to score the second Atlas. He doesn't have an FAO, so he cannot see where the Archer is. I think it would be a really bad idea to play it on HQ, because that means that Gabriel can just take his time and just score, take a lot of money and run HQ when he's ready. Whereas now that he only has 8 credits, next turn he can only get up to 16 before he runs. +2, +1 from bad publicity. That's not enough, because Femme Fatale needs a truckload of money to break through. Femme Fatale alone will cost him 12 credits. So then he has 5 credits to break through. Maybe he's doing all this mental calculation in his brain. There we go, Archer. Where is he going to go? Yes, and then I'm going to say he's going to play the Atlas. And the Atlas is in. And let's see if he advances once as well. Or maybe draws a card to buffer his hand, although I would go for the advance. Then next time you can immediately play the next Atlas. Or you can even take an extra token if you need to. Because if Gabriel runs his hand, he has 1 in 3 chance. No, he just took a credit. Okay, I think that was the worst thing he could actually do at this point. He doesn't actually need the money. Or maybe he's afraid of a siphon. Or maybe he wants to be able to raise everything. 10 plus 4 plus 3. Yeah, that might be the reason. He wants to be able to raise everything he has, if he really needs to. That of course will mean that he won't be able to raise his score his thing, but it seems that our friend is not going to run. So, oops, somebody's here. Hey man, yeah, the game is still on. Can you come to my channel, my Twitch channel?
Come again?
Can you come to my Twitch channel?
How do I do that?
Do you know my Twitch channel, Twitch TV? Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Go to Twitch TV.
I just need to... Okay, yeah, I'll show up there.
Okay, let me just send you a link, it's going to be easier. So, Twitch TV, copy link location. Oh no! The match just finished, so there's no point.
We can do it for the next one.
Yeah. I was definitely he was going to raise that ice, and he didn't.
how was the first game?
Unfortunately, one host server lost with only one agenda scored, only 1 point scored.